We actually started doing it in our house from almost early 2004, 2005, right? And I would find clients from models, my coworkers at models would be like, all right, you know what, Abdul knows how to do tax returns, you know what, go do my tax returns. So they would give me their W-2, I'll bring it home, my brother would enter it, we print it, and I take it. Like, that's how it all originally started.
Dynamic Tax moved to Jamaica-Hillside in 2019. So how would you say that you stand out in comparison to the other tax and accounting firms in the Jamaica-Hillside neighborhood?
I don't actually, you guys tell me, you know. You know, from what I have, you know, seen with the reviews that we have, you know, from our community, you know, and Google, Yelp, things like that, I think that we are providing an exceptional service. And of course, there's always room for improvements. And we try to do the best we can. And we always try to get feedback from our clients to see what we can do better, right? And it's always a progress, you know, it's always a work in process, regardless of whatever company you are, even if it's small business, large business. Every company will always have room to grow, room to get better, and that's what we try to do.
Can you describe an issue that you had to overcome as a business, and what did you do to recover from this issue?
Yeah, so I guess pandemic would be one of the example, right? So pandemic, we had two issues, right? Number one, remember at that time we just opened, right? So because I'm not from Jamaica, not a lot of people knew me in Jamaica, right? I'm from the Bronx, and also obviously, right, I'm coming in from the Bronx, so it's kind of like we're like outsiders coming in, right? Then pandemic also happened as well, right? So during the pandemic, what we try to do as a, you know, as dynamic, right? What we try to do is that we try to make sure our clients are serviced before anything else, right? For example, we make sure our clients, not even our clients, just the community itself, are able to apply for unemployment, apply for, you know, at that time it was PPP loans, EDA, EIDL loans, various types of grants, loans, whatever is that's out there, right? Our main goal was, hey, we need to service the client, right? Before, you know, before anything about how much we're going to charge them, we're going to charge them, nothing like that. We charged actually very minimum fee at that time. If you were to compare our fees to anybody else, we were like, other places were charging 3 to 5 times more for a simple, you know, unemployment application, right? Again, one of the things we provide is our community service, right? So the challenge at that point was, number one, we had to adapt to the COVID rules, right? Make sure that our clients felt safe, we felt safe, my staff felt safe. So, you know, we came up with various strategies. We were one of the first one that actually started providing virtual services, right? Even to this day, if our clients wanted to get something done, they could get the work done without even stepping, you know, foot into my office, right? So that was one of the adjustments that we did make. And there's various other issues, right? Of course, client servicing at one point I was understaffed, right? We made sure we had, you know, we're able to get good people that can actually understand what we do. That's always challenging. It's always challenging to find good people. So those are the two issues that I would say that I have faced, which is, I think we were able to overcome.
So, you know, you use an app, a website, and it has kind of a modern formatting, like you ask customers to log in, right? So how are you able to make sure that all of your customers of every demographic are accustomed to this format?
Yeah, so as a firm, right, our goal as a firm is to make sure that we grow, right? And also, as consumers, they're always trying to make sure that, hey, what else would be more convenient for me, right? So we try to cater to various demographics and various type of clients, right? So for example, right now, let's say you, right? I'm sure your parents probably came to the US some time ago, right? And now you are in a, you know, you were accustomed to the American community, let's say, right? So of course, you as a person now want to make things easier for you as well, right? So you might want services that other companies are providing that are larger than us, right? Let's say whether H&R Block, you know, even let's say BDO, whatever firm you want to think of, right? We try to make sure that we are aligned with all those firms, right? So if another company is providing X service, right, that you need, we want to make sure that we could provide the service as well, right? So as a result, we came up with, you know, let's say we came up with our app to make sure our client is able to communicate with us, right? One of the issues that accounting firms have is that they cannot reach the accountants, right? It's like they're calling them, they're not going to find them, right? It's challenging, and I understand it, because let's say for me, if I'm sitting with you right now with a client, if somebody's blowing up my phone, I'm not going to be able to answer that call, right? So we came up with our app where if a client has a question, they could literally send us a message, and one of us is going to get back to them throughout the day or the next day, whatever the case it is, right? So, so these are the things we try to come up with so that our clients would be satisfied. And of course, a lot of these clients, they don't, some of them, they're ready to adjust, right? Like the younger generation is ready to adjust to that. They like that idea. But let's say your parents or your uncles and whatnot, they might not like that idea because they're used to the service of coming to the office, right? So then to them, we also make sure that we cater to them. And one of the things we try to do so they feel comfortable is that we try to make sure that our offices are very clean, comfortable, and family friendly, right? Because you always want to walk into a place and the first thing we're going to judge is like, how clean is this office, right? So this is basically one of the things we always try to do to make sure that our clients are satisfied.
And I saw that you guys had a couple of awards and titles. Could you tell us a little bit about the Bronx Award Program and other awards and titles that you've received?
Yeah, so we've been in the Bronx from, I think, 2006, 7 almost, right? So we've been servicing that community for, 18 years. And if those services, those awards we got because of customer satisfaction, right? How comfortable is our clients? How comfortable is our, customers and their, relative or whoever is the people that are just coming in for consulting, right? Because of the customer satisfaction that we have and the knowledge that we provided to them, and even during the pandemic, we provided a lot of free consultation throughout the whole pandemic, right? So because of those, we got a lot of those awards. And again, most of our awards came from customer satisfaction and innovations, right? So innovation would be how are we adjusting to the environment, right? For example, before we had the app, and now slowly we are trying to go into various AI method as well, right? To make sure that we can adjust. So because of our innovation is in other words, so those are the two reasons that we are getting some of these awards.
Your business offers many services. Which one would you say helped your business the most and which one helped the least?
From which perspective? From my perspective or client's perspective?
You can say both.
Right. So from our perspective, right, one of the things that we thrive in is business structuring, right? So that would be let's say you're trying to go into business or another, company's trying to acquire another business, right? So business formation and structuring is one of the things that we do very well. And the profit margin on that is also very good as well, right? It's a win-win for both sides because we know the structuring side where we can provide the service to the community at a far better price than what they would have gotten in the outside of our community, right? And also because we worked at large accounting firms, we also understand the structuring as well because we've been doing this like for many, many years. So I think that's one of the services that we do very well. And of course, tax and accounting is also one of another, in my opinion, I think my team is very good at how they provide the tax services for individuals, especially high net worth individuals, right? What would be high net worth individuals? Somebody who has, let's say, a regular job, but he also has other various investments, right? As you already know, our Bengali community is also growing, right? And they are getting more complicated. So now those guys are able to find us instead of, going somewhere else. And another thing is that although we provide, although we are located in a lot of these Bengali communities, we also have a lot of clients. 50% of our clients are probably non-Bengalis, right? So with all of that being said, I think, tax, accounting, and business formation is probably one of the best things that we do, where our clients is also satisfied, where we also do pretty well as well.
How do you educate the majority immigrant population of Jamaica-Hillside about business and current day issues regarding taxes?
So when a client walks into our office, right? So one of the things we do is that, let's say if they're opening a business, right? If it's our client, they're going to come to us for consulting. So before they open the business, they will consult with us as to what would make sense from a tax perspective, right? What would make sense from a liability perspective. Also, we try to do various podcasts. We try to send videos out in Facebook, Instagram as well, so that the community could be knowledgeable in this. Also, we try to do various seminars. We also do a lot of Bangla TV channels as well, mostly Time Television as well as TBN, right? So we try to go as much as we can, and especially during the tax season, we do at least once a week, and we try to educate the community on what they should be aware of, what ideas are out there, and if there is any, new grants or various opportunity out there that where the clients can benefit, or people that are our clients, we call them to let them know, hey, this is out there, you should be aware of this, and this is going to help you.